Welcome back to another episode of Unit 3 Inequalities. So you can go ahead and try to read this. Basically, that's how a math book or a math textbook speaks, but in layman's terms, what that means is if you multiply or divide by a negative on both sides, then you must flip the inequality symbol. So why is that, you may ask? If you multiply or divide by a positive, the inequality stays the same. So why is that? Well, let's consider these two numbers here. Which one's lesser, which one's greater? Well, the true inequality symbol would look like this, right? Well, now imagine if we multiplied both sides by a -1, right? That's legal to do. That gives me a 2 on the left and a -5 on the right now. Now, which way does the inequality symbol have to point in order to be true? It's got to point this way, all right? So that's just a little mini proof of why you have to flip the inequality when you multiply or divide by a negative. All right, so here we got to divide both sides by a -4. And make sure to flip the inequality sign from its original because I divided by a -4. And then I marked the -7 and put a 0 on the right. Doesn't really matter how many spaces it is until I put 3 numbers. If I put 3 numbers, then they have to be appropriately spaced. So proportionally spaced. But here, if I just put 2, they just have to be on the correct sides of each other. And x is less than -7. So every number to the left would be less than. I like to turn the inequality like so that you can see that this little arrowhead, or the inequality, goes the same direction as this when the variable's on the left. All right, let's try the next. Here I multiplied by 4 on both sides. Didn't flip the inequality because I multiplied by a +4. Here I multiplied by a third to simplify for x by itself. Again, I multiplied by a positive, so I did not flip the inequality. Here we multiply on 7 both sides, then divide by 2. Though I divided, I do not flip it because I divided by a positive.